Hello everyone, my name is Nabi. Welcome to this channel. Today I wanted to share some of my work experience with you guys. I've been in the car business over 7 years in California, and that's how I run my business, by purchasing car from dealer auction and selling to the public. And that is if you have a retail license, or if you want to do wholesale, you could just buy from auction and sell it back to the auction. If you're an individual wondering how can I buy a car from dealer auction if I don't have a dealer license, you cannot buy a car from dealer auction if you don't have a dealer license. In California, there is a requirement you have to have a REIT office for at least a minimum of 2 parking, and you need to get your dealer license and the class for that, and make sure that place is zoning approved for the dealer used car dealership. But if you still want to flip cars and try to buy cars just to make some money on the side, you could do that by going to some other auctions, which is for public auctions, like Copart is one of them. You could just open a membership there. I think their fee is very cheap. You could just get in there and look for the cars. Sometimes you can find a very good deal, but most of those auctions have salvage title, which they do also have brand clean titles too, but you just need to do your homework and go find the car that you want. But as a dealer auction, these auctions, most of the car that we purchase, they come from franchise dealers like Toyota, Honda, Nissan, Lexus. All these new dealers, they have a range of vehicles that they don't want to sell in their lot, or they get a lot of fresh trade-ins. They send it to the dealer auction, and dealers like me, we buy from dealer auctions. There are some responsibility with being a dealer, but we'll talk that in another video. Today I'm going to focus on how to avoid the mistakes that I made in the past, and how to purchase the right car and the right price, and how should we do our homework. Since on this auction we have right here like 20 minutes, it's the end of the auction almost. I just wanted to buy a car, for example, for you guys, to show you how I purchased a car. And one thing that's very important is when you buy a car, even from online, however these dealer auction, they have inspection kind of report on their database, but you need to put a lot of time. Every minute you spend on buying a car, paying attention, is going to save an hour of hassle when you receive the car. So make sure when you are online, don't get excited, and pay attention to little details. Look all the pictures, zoom it, look for the scratches, dents, and all those things, and everything they posted. Make sure you be very careful when you want to bid on these cars, so you don't end up with a project. And also make sure you choose the right mileage. So if you want to buy a car, it depends which make and model. If you buy American cars, European cars, try not to buy anything above 140,000 miles. And because there is not much life left on those vehicles, then it's not a good vehicle to purchase, to invest on those. If it is a Japanese car like Toyota or Honda, Acura, Lexus, still you could buy up to, I would say, 150, 160, or maybe 200,000. Those cars runs for a long time. I have seen up to 300,000 miles, but it depends on the condition of the vehicle and how the vehicle has been taken care of. The other thing that you need to keep in mind to choose the right, like I said, right make and model, which is Honda or Toyota, whatever car you can sell it quick or flip it, or you want it to buy for yourself. That's very important. If you guys are a dealer, definitely you need to study the area your dealer are, what kind of car people looking for. Here in Sacramento, we have people looking for mostly anything under 10,000, because people cannot afford more than that, and if they afford more than 10,000, they will not come to used car dealership. Most of the time they just go to the new car dealer. And so make sure you know your range. And also, if you buy the car, make sure you have the cars that is gonna last them a while, not just something you find cheap and at the age of its end of its life you just sell them to someone and you probably will have a miserable experience. So I wouldn't do that. And the price range, like I said, it has to be a right price range where you are selling car. So sometime as a dealer, I used to get excited and bought some very expensive cars, $20,000, $25,000, and ended up sitting in my lot for at least a year. So I learned my lesson. So be careful if you wanted to see, if you want to buy cars, don't get in love with the car. Just make sure you be able to sell it and make the money at the end of the day. So I always keep in mind, if I want to buy a car, I just be able to sell it within a week. Otherwise, it's vehicles losing price very quick, and I don't want to sit in the lot. And once the car sit in the lot not running, every time something pops up, the battery dies and you need to change the battery more often and some other issues. So you don't want to keep the car for too long. And basically, when it comes to purchasing a car, don't get emotional. So just take your time and be very careful. So I'm not going to take much of the time talking. I'm going to go directly to the auction here. I'm going to show you how to purchase car from this dealer auction. Right, so here we are, CarWave Auto Auction. As you see, we have a little bit of time left, so we have to be very careful here. Try to get the reflection of the window out of my camera. So yep, so I hope you guys see that. So we have all these vehicles. If I go one by one, I don't think I have a lot of time to go through like 1,500 vehicles. So I would just look up for the vehicle I'm looking for, and you could just filter it from here. I would look for something 2010 and up. Make and model, I'll just go for Toyota. Or actually, you could just leave all, so that way you could have more options. And mileage, I don't want 1,000,000 miles, so I want to be, the maximum mile would be for me is 165, so I wouldn't go higher than that. And this is a CR range. The range they put CR is, they kind of rate the vehicle from 1 to, I think, to 7, I believe. Like, no, 1 to 5, yeah. And then you have here, for example, this vehicle is 3.6. So I want something, I don't have much time. Oh, that's right here. So I would just go, anything under 3.5 is not for me. So I wouldn't waste my time, because those cars need a lot of work. So you have to choose some better condition. Price range, I don't want $200,000 car. Bring it down to anything under, let's see, 25,000 max. So in case you find something, but I wouldn't go that. All right, and right here, estimated distance, 3,000. No, that's too long for me. The far distance I would buy a car would be 700 miles away from where I do business. So I don't want to buy a car from out of state. I would even go to maybe 600. So that way it's gonna save some time. All right here we have, most of these cars are in good condition. It's over 3.5 grade, which is obviously have some minor things, but still compared to those like 1.2 or 3 or 2 grade, doors are always a project. I will stay away from those cars. And yeah, I would just look at the price range here. We have this 2018 Honda Civic EX with 52,000 miles and 3.8 auto grade, 11,500 auction. Nobody bid it on that one, so that's a start. Current bid is 11, so that's the auction. The minimum will take start the bid would be 11.5, and they have wholesale Kelley Blue Book KBB is 14,831. For those of you that think that dealer get the cars very cheap from the auction, it's not really the case. We do pay according to KBB, and the auctions nowadays are very smart. So I mean, the seller basically, they know everything, and nobody wants to sell their car half price. So these are businesses. We buy from franchise dealer. We just make a little bit money, maybe $1,000 or $1,500 margin on each car, and depends on the dealer too. But just keep in mind, so when you come to a used car dealer, don't expect that they bought the car for half price, because I'm gonna show you right here that you will see it. So for example, this vehicle is a 2011 BMW 3 Series 328i, 22,000 miles on it. Miles is not bad. And this one is 3.6 auto grade, 69. Someone bid it. So we're gonna take a look at this private party buying. I would not buy any from any private party, so I'll just pass on that. I would go to franchise only. So if you see this one, it says franchise, they have a better vehicle. And you have some room to make money on those too. But if you go to buy from a wholesaler or a private independent dealer, always not a good experience. I would try to stay away. So all these vehicles you see, I'm not really a fan of GMC. This is a 2012 4.5, 146. It's a lot of miles for this track. It's a 4-cylinder. But I want to just take a look and see what is the condition, because the auto grade is so high. It's 4.5. It's almost excellent condition. But let's take a look at that. And the good thing about this auction, they report everything. If there is any flaws, any mechanical issue, or any structural damage, anything major, not minor accident, but anything major or salvage or any problem, you see this tick mark green, no exceptions found. So they did an inspection, they couldn't find any problem. Frame damage, no. So all these green light, they are guaranteeing that there is no problem. If there is anything you find after you buy the car, you can just call them and send it back, or they could pay for the repair. How it drives, good. Transmission shifts okay. Engine runs okay. OBD2 reading pending, none. So there's no code, no pending code. I/M monitors, that's the monitor, is ready for a smog, so you don't have to drive the car or anything. A lot of time people change the battery and stuff and need some work, or drive the car to get that monitor ready, which is a good time saver. Oil dipstick, no water in the oil, which is good. Radiator cap, no oil found in the radiator cap. It is a 4x4. No, actually it says 4x4 non-app, so not applied to this vehicle, so it's not. Rear differential good or not applicable. Air conditioning blow cold. Radio turns on. Windows, everything okay. Moonroof not applicable, which is doesn't have that. Convertible doesn't have it. Okay, there is a scratch, heavy scratch. So let's take a look at the picture. You could see that they did take a picture of that, which is not a very major scratch. Could be gone with the polish or something, but the good thing about this auction, they post every little thing on the car. And here also, several condition of the seat. You could see kind of worn out on the side. So they did take a picture of that. It's a good thing. Rather than that, it looks like it's very good condition. And you can see also the KBB here. For this vehicle, the retail value, total value without mileage, is 6,009 slash, so 69 to 88. Mileage adjustment is 1,175. So basically, you could sell this car from 57 to, that's a retail, to 76. I always go, maybe I could do for 65. You could sell this car for 65. But let's go see. Okay, right now, it was this one, 2012. So right now, someone is bidding at 51, and this is almost 200 miles away. So I'm going to show you this, how hard it is for the dealer to make money. So if I sell this car for 65, and this guy already bid it at 51, I'm pretty sure it's going to go another $300-400. So if I buy this for 55 and another $300 buyer fee, it's going to be another $200 for transportation. So it, total up to $6,000 for you to pay for this car. And then there's no room to make money on this one. So if I sell this for 65, only make $500. If I sell it to the max retail value, it would be 75. But I don't think this is a hot vehicle in the market. So you probably end up staying in your lot with this vehicle. So that's not a good buy. So this is a very good example. So be careful. If something you cannot sell it quick, don't buy it. If this was 45, I would buy it, and then I could have sold it cheaper. So that way you don't have to keep the car for too long. Let's go find something. Look at the price here. So 14, 9,000. I don't look anything for 10,000, 9,000 because I cannot sell those unless. And BMW, especially with 114,000, always problems with leakage and stuff. So if you buy BMW, guys, don't buy anything about 50,000 miles. Be careful. So we have Ford Escape, 127, 2015, 51. I have same vehicle. I posted for 65. It's been sitting in my lot for almost 2 months. So no. So these are all above 10,000, so I don't buy anything. Chevy 65. So we have 16,000 for 2013 Ford F-150, 97,000 miles on it. Got the 2016 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport, 20,700, 80,000 miles on it. And these are not final price yet. Probably they're gonna keep bidding on it. There's a lot of competition within the automotive industry when it comes to a dealership. Sometimes people get emotional and they just want to buy the car for don't want the other dealers to buy it. So it's a lot of things that you don't like. I don't like about it. People just sometimes get crazy over one vehicle. Sometimes they just keep that vehicle for a long time, and they make no money, but they just want to work for free and for the sake of buying that car from the auction, and I think that make them feel good. The dealers have a big problem. As a dealer, we always have a very bad competition. So it's good for seller though, for the franchise. They do take advantage of this situation, but as a dealer, we just destroy each other, and that's not a good thing. When it comes to purchasing car at the dealer auction, you have best friend. Your friend turns into your enemy. They compete with you, and they don't care. They don't see you. Even at the auction, physically you be there and you see each other. Once it comes to the time you bid on a car that he likes and you like, you just ignore each other. And that is, I don't blame them. Everyone wants to make money, and this is like some kind of addiction type of thing that people buying car is very addictive. So once you buy a car from auction, you just keep buying it, you get excited. I have someone outside waiting for me. I'm gonna pause the video here and I'll be right back. All right, guys, we don't have much time, so let's see. I'm gonna find a car that is good. The auto grade is good, the condition is good, the price is good. So let's just go straight to make some money. Okay. 2011, 162 miles, too much mile for that car. However, it has a very good auto grade, and you can see winding sound. Stay away. Not for me. If you have a mechanic, you can fix that. Maybe put some transmission or some other parts that might need it. But for me, I try to not work on used cars. Just something just need a little bit work and sell it, make a little profit, go buy another one. Probably I may not be able to buy because I don't want to rush. I don't want to just buy something for this video, then I lose $1,000 later. But I will do my best, see if I get a good deal. This one is a 2011 Camry, 100,000 miles on it. Auto grade is good, 65 right here. So now we only have 4 minutes for these vehicles. So this guy is paid almost more than see, that's how much the guy paid at the auction. So the KBB is 6311 to 67. He already paid for 64, more than that. And that is something a lot of time it make it hard to make money on this. So this one is, if I buy this, is 500 miles away, another $500. So this car for me would be like $7,000. And how much you could sell that? 2011 Camry with 100,000 miles. If you put that for 8,000, people are not gonna buy that. And these are some of the challenges you have if you have a dealership. So very hard to find a good deal. So you have to do your homework like a couple hours ahead of time, make your list. So today I was at the very end of the auction, and I did see some vehicles, but the price was too high, and not the car that I could sell it within a week. So these are like a very normal purchase. You could probably sell them within a few months, but not for me. I'm looking for a deal. At least people should not pay more than a KBB here at the auction. Then how are you gonna sell these cars to the public? We've got this one, not bad, 3.8, 2013 Toyota Prius Hybrid, 126. For the Toyota, mileage is not bad. And 3.8 auto grade, so 5,800. The KBB on this one is 82, so we have some room on this one. Let's see if we could make some money on this one. First, we need to check if there is any issue. Pollution, so we have engine coolant pump over revolution. So it has some kind of pending code, which is not a good sign. So something wrong with the coolant pump. And there is a lot of dents and scratches. That's why that is a little bit below the KBB. No, I don't want with the code when a hybrid has a code. So probably be something with the hybrid pump. They have something very complicated. So if you don't know about hybrid, so you do your research. Nowadays there is Google, just punch the code and On Google, it will tell you what exactly the problem. I'll also give you an estimate how much it's going to cost you to fix that. Most of these cars, just no offer, nobody bid on it, so the auction ended. So basically there's nothing today. But I'll definitely next time buy a car from this auction, which today I bought a car from another auction. So I'm not really looking to buy, but just wanted to see if I get a good deal and buy one, but obviously not gonna overpay anything. And one thing I experienced, I learned in the last 7 years, that when it comes to the auction like this, a lot of people kind of panic and they just want to buy a car. But the good thing about the auction is they are every other day. So no need to panic, no need to get emotional and overpay the vehicle. Just take your time. Next time you can buy, but don't buy a bunch, like so many vehicles at once. I remember one time I purchased a vehicle, I purchased like 16 vehicles in 1 week. That was 2016. The market was really good. And I remember half of those vehicles didn't even make money. Luckily, that time I had my mechanic shop and he was busy working every day on those cars. So at the end of the year, you definitely see there is no progress on all this money gone, because you just buy cars as a project, and how many parts and how much you spend on parts and mechanic labor and all this hassle, and you don't take into consideration. I'm not saying this is a bad business, it's a good business, but just be kind of slow on purchasing. If you are slower and paying more attention on the purchase, obviously you will be faster on selling. And if you're faster and quick on purchasing, you'll be slow on selling. That makes sense. 2015 Nissan Altima, 100,000 miles on it, 3.6, 61, 500 expense for transportation, another 300 for dealer fee. This car you cannot sell with that mileage for 8,000. So no. And these kind of things kind of surprise you, like how people sell these vehicles. Guys, if you watch this video, sometimes you're like going at a dealership and you see there's the prices. I hope this kind of give you an idea how much people pay, how we buy cars, and so this vehicle is 21,000, 2017 Mercedes C-Class, 40,000. And one thing I just wanted to mention here is sometimes I think you can make more money on expensive cars. That is absolutely not the case. Every time I buy any car above 10,000, it's making same, even less money than the car I bought for 4,000 or 3,000 or 5,000 or 6,000. So try to find a good deal under, anything under like 6,000-7,000. You can make easy money and more money than you buy the car for 15,000 to 16,000 or 20,000. But it's very hard though, not easy, not a lot of them out there. Most of them have problems, so you need to either have your mechanic shop, or you either need to do a lot of looking and searching and put a lot of time on that. Still, there are some cars left. People are still bidding on these cars. Okay. It looks like we're the last minute. So auction is gonna end very soon. already ended, but these are the people that just betting on each other. See, like every 4 minutes they give a chance, and if someone else just jump in and bet on that and gives another 4 minutes time for the other side to either bet on the car or just give up. They created such a competition for the dealers, so they compete crazily, and that's why most of the dealers are stressed out. When I used to go to the auction, people were buying cars kind of excited. When the auction was ended, everyone was scratching the back of their head because they check after they buy, they go check their cars, and like some of them were like totally a mistake, and they were like, oh, I shouldn't have bought that. I shouldn't have paid that much for that. Yes, you shouldn't have, because you get excited too much. Oh, this guy, my friend, buying this car. I'll let him buy this. He's a good buyer. He buys cars only cheap, low mileage. I'm not gonna show their pictures. It's not good to share their identity with you guys. And these are all dealers. I just show the vehicles here. I know most of these people here, especially when we used to go to the DSR and Brushers before this lockdown. Alright guys, auction ended. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned. I'm gonna share another video pretty soon with the actual a little bit more time so we could buy some cars, and then once I receive the vehicle, I'm gonna show you guys, and then I will see what kind of work I do, and then how much money I make, how much money I paid, and gives you guys some kind of idea. That way you could decide either want to open a dealership or not. Automotive is not a bad industry to make money. It's a quick, I would say easy and not easy, because there are some liability comes with it and a lot of responsibility, but I like the business, and that's why I'm still here in this business. All right, don't forget to like this channel and support. If you have any comment, leave a comment, and I'll definitely read your comments, and I'll share with you guys next video. Thank you. See you guys.